How we all doing, guys? I'd like to welcome everyone to the stream today. On today's agenda, we've got the Hungary map made by Frank007. Bit of an old map, however still it delivers if it comes to vegetation, density. You know, the road layouts are a bit older and stuff, but I think it just gives a very good nostalgic kind of a vibe. Alright guys, we're gonna get going. We've got the first route of around 71 kilometers. Guys, the map is in a scale of 1 to 3, if I'm not mistaken. So it's a bit less than your normal 1 to 5s. Well, way lower scale than the 1 to 19. One thing I was just saying, I'll need to turn down the traffic quite a lot. So traffic was bugging a little bit on it. Gloover, how you doing, my mate? How's the evening going, mate? UK? Well, I'm in the UK as well, so we've got the same time frame. Yeah, that map is free. You can find it on the SCS forum under the Hungary Map. It's been updated yesterday, I think, so it'll be on top of the list of the maps. And it's a separate module map. Yeah, you can steal my PC, no problems, man. Everyone, how you doing, mate? I'm not playing on VR, I'm playing with Toby eye track. Even got the train going. Yeah, mate, Kubus, we can exchange that, no problems, mate. I'll give you my 5080. You can give me the 1660. Landrick official, thanks so much, mate. Glad you're enjoying it. Kubus, I'm in London, so just drop it somewhere in here. We'll be fine. Landrick, I'm glad to hear that, mate. Kubus will be here in 3 hours. Yeah. Landrick, I've spent 4 years doing it. I'm not sure which part you're referring to. Not spent. Well, I've been doing bits for ETS for longer than that, but it's not my map. I've not been doing that map. That map's been around for a long time. DBUK, yeah, I've seen your comment just before the live stream. What map is it about? Kubus, yeah, it does look insane, mate. Patrick, how you doing, my mate? How's the evening? Hendrik official, it's all good, mate. It's all good. Yeah, so the map's been around for, I don't know, like 8 or 9 years. So yeah. Oh, Stas, you want me to show you the map? I can quickly show the map. That's what it looks like. You've got all the roads. Well, you've got your national roads and you've got your main highways. DBUK, sounds interesting. Where is the map based now? Stassi, no worries, mate. Thank you. Have you showed the pictures of your map anywhere that I could see? Or you know what, maybe what you could do, upload them to, well, I don't know if you want to share them with anyone else, but you just drop an Imgur link to it. If you could just tell me a bit more about the map. DBUK. Your home country, Poland. Well, I'm from Poland as well. Well, I was born in Poland. I've not lived in a long time, but... Landrick official note, the Siberia map is created by Tenavoid. It's available on his Boosty or on the SCS forum. Sahin, hi then. This is Lighten D with the RealCam vibrant settings. You see that there's much more color going through. Yeah, Landrick, I've got my own sign of Boosty as well, but Tenavoid has a Boosty site for his Siberia map, so if you'd want to support him, you can get the full version of that. DBUK, which city are you guys covering, or which region are you covering in that map? Olsztyn, yeah? Olsztyn is not bad, you know. Some nice terrains in there. Patrick, you're from Olsztyn? Yeah, that map might be for you then. Hey, I'll be interested in seeing that map, you know. Because if you're saying there's 46 kilometers in 1-to-1, it's already... It already has some size to it. I see. DBUK, you've interested me with it, so I want to see what it actually looks like. Oh, I see. It still show me the old map. I mean, for me, when I'm looking at the map, I don't really need to see it in like good detail or even with good graphics. Like, you could kind of tell just by the layout of the roads and the whole thing. Landrick, no, Iceland has not released yet. It's still in progress, but they're still making it. detailed map is always good. There's always something to admire around, so... Right then, is this mod free? If you're talking about the map, yes. The map is available on SCS forum. Has been updated yesterday, so it'll be somewhere at the top of the order. Landric, yes, they do have very beautiful landscapes in there. Crazy. Yeah, I've shown a couple of times. I can show it once more. So you're looking at something like that. The map is made in 1 to 3 as well. So what we've drove in here kind of took, I don't know, 20 minutes now. This kind of a section, so it's quite a lot to cover. But the camera mod itself, it's on Steam. If you have a look on one of the tutorials in my channel, you'll see that the camera mod, well, there's few camera mods available on Steam Workshop. Landric, no, I'm not from Hungary. I was born in Poland. Walber Santos, you play without HDR. I mean, if you're using SnowyMoon and my combo, you're just using the same tone maps, because I don't use HDR. So HDR is not compatible with SnowyMoon, so if you run with that, none of us running SnowyMoon are running HDR. So you just run the same setup, tone maps and reshade. Oh, Ralph, you mean the RealCam presets? They're available on my Patreon, on the Project Ultimate ReShade Patreon. Yeah, DBUK, I'll have a look after the stream, mate. Landric Official, is it difficult to make such maps? It's difficult to start. I'm developing my own Florida map 1-to-1 with Bogdan. It's a bit complicated to start it off with, but you know, once you get a hang of it, it's just the time that it's limiting you. Yeah, Ralph, it's available on Patreon, mate. If you're talking about the reshades and the GoPro kind of a look, then yes, that's what it is. You can have a look on Patreon. There's 3 posts on there as well, like preview posts. You can have a look in the videos as well and see if that's something you're interested in or not. It's looking like you're watching a truck vlog. Well, this kind of a distortion on the preset was supposed to make it look like that. So just to distort the camera and add the lens kind of a view. The only thing that's limiting it, if you just add the distortion to it, the textures look extremely bad, so you have to blend it in very well. That's why it has a specific look to it. Yeah, DBUK, no worries, mate. I appreciate that. Yeah, Landry, don't worry about it. It's all good. Yeah, Ralph, that's the reshade preset. It has the fisheye kind of an effect to it as well. So I'm not talking about the graphics. I'm using PNG and SnowyMoon V2. But if you're looking at the fisheye kind of a look, then it's the reshade preset itself. Yeah, all good, mate. Send them however you like. Silent Drive. Well, PNG has a weather mod to it, so I'm using PNG, SnowyMoon V2, and my Project Ultimate ReShade. Those are the mods and tools for the graphics that I use. And to be honest, all three of them are turning this rather old map, or older kind of a map, into something very nice. Yeah, DBUK, no worries, mate. Thank you. Landrik, I understand your language as well, so I know what it means. Karta means a map in Russian, so it's all good, mate. Silent Drive 4K, my mod list is available on the free post on Patreon. I've listed all the mods in there that I use. It's free to see the mod list. Well, there's a lot of free posts in there. So just have a look. So, Banani, how you doing, my mate? Thanks for the sub, mate. Yeah, no worries, mate. I'll have a look at that, and well, I don't see why not. If it looks good, then it makes sense to check it out. Have you made any progress on the map now, or you just starting it off? Landrik, I think that they'll stick to ETS2 and just develop this. Yeah, DBUK, no worries, mate. I'll 100% have a look at it. I don't know if I'm gonna park this because I can't really look behind. Well, I don't have a button binded to actually go back, so we'll see. How does the storm look with my mod? It looks alright. It looks like a storm, you know. Well, SnowyMoon overrides a lot of the rainy weather, so. Yeah, Landrick, yeah, no, the thunderstorm, yeah. Where should we go next? Well, I don't want to drive the same road. We go there. Mate, you know what, by the way, DBUK, I would love to drive in Poland on a 1-to-1 map as well. If it'll look good. There's a couple of projects that were up and down, to be honest, but you're going towards Śląsk. Well, near me, I'm from Dolny Śląsk, so somewhere closer to me. Really? Man, I want to see them pictures then. Sebastian, thank you so much for the sub, man. Rising Coda, how you doing, my mate? Yeah, that would be a great update for you, mate. if you're going from a 60-50 to a 50-60, mate. Some good days for you, mate. Bogdan. Mate, that would... I mean, maybe it wouldn't take ages, but... that's an ambitious project, you know? DBUK, where are you sending? Are you sending everything into the comments of this stream, or where are you sending it? You're a hardcore sim, man. Very good, mate. Bogdan, you don't think it's that hard, man? I love your optimism. $300 of one-to-one highway. Not that bad. Surprised it's got a 340-inch TVs, man. That's a huge setup then. Moaz Ali, how you doing, my mate? Yeah, you're right. It'll still take some time though. Right, well, you've done what, 210 kilometers from Constanza to Bucharest? Mate, I would want to see that road in UK. That Perth UK road. Mate, I would drive something one-to-one in the UK. Yeah, Bogdan, if you guys want to link up and get the links, I could just get it off you instead of just going through the comments. Thank you, mate. I appreciate it. Buja, how you doing, my mate? How's the evening going? TB UK, was it a good conversation or a bad conversation? Bad. Whoa. Buja, you still waiting on it? What's the estimate time? How did a conversation about a map turn bad? I'm kind of interested in that. But I'll leave it, you know, but... Ah, Buja, I see. Makes sense. See, Bogdan, and now you can become best friends. You're in good terms now? I'm glad to hear that. Whoa. Maybe not impossible, but it's a, well, yeah. Very ambitious. Puja, my day is all good, mate. Got a day off. I'm still off tomorrow. It's my birthday tomorrow, so be staying at home celebrating a bit. Aspiration Skoda. I'm using scaling 125 with SnowyMoon's DLSS quality. Even my 5080 would not run 200 scaling with that DLSS in 4K. It would blow out the graphics card. Where is he overtaking him? My god. made Sports Direct in Hungary. Too fast, I didn't. Well, I just changed profiles. So I've got a separate profile for Romania map, separate profile for Hungary map. I've got like 25 different profiles for different maps. Stufas, it depends. I've got 1 or 2 profiles which I'm just keeping and then playing by myself, so like a role play kind of a gameplay. And when I'm recording, I've got profiles, and I'll just check the routes that I'm running. I don't really do much on those profiles, apart from displaying new maps, new roads. because I don't play the same profile all the time, so I might play Romania map yesterday, but then I'm not going to record anything from it for like, I don't know, 5-6 days, and then I'm on to another map. Hi Ron, thanks so much mate, glad you're enjoying it. Appreciate you. My gas pedal started squeaking, I cannot believe that. Mate. Yeah, it squeaks every time. My SnowyMoon settings are attached along with the packages on Project Ultimate ReShade Patreon. You've got 4 different versions of reshades, and they've got their own versions of them along with the SnowyMoon settings in there as well. King Truckers, how you doing, my mate? Appreciate the love in the chat. Cześć mamuś. Co tam słychać u ciebie? Guys, my mom decided to join the chat. Stufas, you can use SnowyMoons without reshade if you want. You can get PNG, SnowyMoon, then check if you want to enhance it further with reshade. But the SnowyMoon settings that I've got will not just look good without that reshade, because they're set up for something that is already changing the screen. W porządku? Cię bardzo cieszę. Miłego wieczoru ci życzę. That's a nice lake to the left. A lake or a river or something. Yeah, Harry. So I would say that the number one thing with SnowyMoon is just the vegetation render. You could take everything else off from SnowyMoon, just have the vegetation render, and it will still look incredible. Because look, you've got vegetation all around you. Like you can make textures of the ground and everything, but if you render vegetation a certain way, it just adds depth to it. Kinja, how you doing, my mate? How's your day going? I use vegetation mods, and well, this is just the PNG vegetation, but it's overwritten by well, it's not overwritten, but it's enhanced by SnowyMoon as well. It's too fast. Yeah, so you got reshades, or not reshade settings, just set reshades along with SnowyMoon settings. Yeah. So I don't have it. I see that I've got a starter every like 2-3 minutes on a stream, but that's because I forgot to turn off 4K and actually stream in 2K. I run my setup with 60 FPS, I'm adjusting my monitor hertz to 120. I adjust my average window length to 120, and then it should run smooth. It's not the game engine thing, it's just how the frames are populated in the game. And it's you got games that will just run smooth by itself. For ETS2 it's not one of them. If you just let it populate frames by itself without overriding anything, it works very bad. Yeah, lossless scaling helps with that a lot. Yeah, Haran, that will play a part in it as well. And it depends, if you have your console open, like your console for... the console for your stats, your FPS and your GPU usage, then you can see if your graphics card or your CPU is topping up, because that might be causing the lag as well. Kinjo, what's my mirror distance set to? Medium. I don't run mirrors at extremely high values. It's too fast. I would recommend PNG and SnowyMoon at the start. Weather 16K, it's a good addition, well, free addition to the Steam Workshop, but PNG's weather depth is much more refined than most of the free weather depths, or weather mods, but I refer them to as weather depths. Yeah, it's too fast, then just run with it, you know. Look, at the end of the day, this has to look good for you. It doesn't have to be approved by anyone. So you can ask me about my opinion, I'll tell you what I think, but you do not have to run what I tell you from my own experience. If something looks good to you, it looks good to you. But the only thing it will change, I'm not even sure how to implement HDR, because the way ETS implements HDR, it's just basically like a brightness setting. It's not an, well, it's an HDR setting, but it doesn't work like a proper HDR system. So I think it will just be a brightness tweak, but I'm not sure. We'll have to see. But it might be that it will just be some exposure adjustments and that's it. It's just funny how they would implement HDR. Like, I understand that the game looks how it looks, you know, but if I was SCS, I would actually plan on sorting out the vegetation, the render of it, and then actually add an HDR. Yeah, Kinjo, 100%. As I said, it has to look good to you, you know? Okay, it started raining. I don't really want to drive in rain. if you're in 157, the previous version should work on it. Elliot Perry, how you doing, my mate? Alright, it could be. Valid point. Hello Perry, I'm all good, mate. Just enjoying the drive in Hungary at the moment. I mean, I also understand that there's a certain bits of marketing and then probably a strategy if it comes to releasing content and what content is released, but what's my Will? Sorry, Will. I'm running a Magic Alpha with the GT1 wheel, GT1D wheel. I think that's what the actual steering wheel is called. High run, I would say so. I mean, a well-made one-to-one map like Romania one-to-one or Czech real map one-to-one will just give you a bit more of a realistic feel. Like if you go on the highway, you don't have turns all the time. You stay on the highway. Sometimes you'll get a straight road on the highway just with slight curves along with it. It just gives you a different kind of a feeling than the 1-19 map. Most R5 is fine. I mean, the GT wheel that I've got, it's not the size of a truck wheel, but I'm making it work. My truck stability is already at like 5%. I've got a physics mod by Is1 Bakar, so Daniel's random events. I don't really like running those kind of mods, but maybe at some point I'll give them a go. Caribbean for me, I'm in London, so I would love to see the rework and everything. I would love to see a one-to-one map of UK as well, well, of a certain part of UK. Yes, too fast. That wheel is very good. Well, if you're talking about a wheel that kind of feels like a truck wheel, then that's the one to go for. You have her. Need to remake it, mate. Yeah. Good that I didn't crash into anything. Yeah, it has some good size to it, yeah. Hi Ron, what's my favorite 1-to-1? Romania map 1-to-1. 100%. Wait, you've got around 1100 kilometers 1-to-1 made in there. I mean, the guys are still working on the map, but then you've got check real map. Then, mate, was the truck dying or what? Oh wow. Yeah, Bogdan, whenever Bogdan hears someone mention a 1-to-1 map, he appears out of nowhere. He's there straight away. You're like, what? Someone said a 1-to-1 map? Okay, so the national roads are very good. The highways are still using the very first prefabs for highways. The bloom setting does not really do much at night. It's very light dependent, so there's no light. It just looks default. It has nothing to amplify. DBUK, find me on the Florida map 1-to-1. I'm there as a creator of the map, or I don't know if you're on Romania 1-to-1 map Discord, you can find me in there as well. Abraham, hi there my mate. I'm using the Hungary map by Frank007. Available on SCS forum. Well, Bogdan, can you give DBUK my Discord? Killed a man by a man. Yeah, well, he was standing in a incorrect place, so. Okay, the next job. Wait, let me just check something. Where are we now? We're here. I don't want to go on the motorway. Okay, we can go ahead. It's a city that we have not discovered yet, so... Where do we load up? That's just that. Perry. What makes me want to create a camera angle that I created? I don't know, just watching some POVs on YouTube and just something that feels better than your default game camera setups, you know. Just feel a bit more integrated with the interior, I guess. HRT, what the mod for cracked windshield? It's the Scratches mod by Corus. You can find it on the SCS forum. Elliot, because I'm going to tell you something, like if let's say there's a lot of people, or when I started uploading videos like late August last year, if I see that there's loads of people just using the same camera settings and not really doing much, you know, you just want to kind of then you just want to do something new, you know, do something interesting. Yeah, you can send me the pictures on my Instagram. Sorry, not Instagram. What am I talking about? Discord. Well, if you find my Instagram, you can send me pictures on Instagram as well. But yeah, Elliot, it's not going to show my settings because when you use those mods, the sliders are not working no more. So you're not gonna. So I'm changing bits, but you're not actually seeing the slider move anywhere. You can just see what I was changing as you watch the video, and then just experiment with that, you know. So unfortunately, when you use that mod, there's no way to kind of track the settings. We can see what I'm driving now. You can see the camera I'm driving now, so you can just yeah, just, you know what, I don't know, take a picture of this stream or just post that stream. Just get the increased seat adjustment mod and just try to get it to this kind of a position, you know. HRT, if you want to run something one-to-one, number one will be Romania map one-to-one. Your second bit would be Czech Real map one-to-one. Then you go Central Bohemia project. What else? For one-to-one maps. You go map of Cebu, a map of Argentina, but it's not a one-to-one map. There isn't that many one-to-one maps that look good and are expanded, you know. You got Pro Mexico map for ATS and like a 1-2, 1-3 scale. I mean, you'll have real Poland map when they update it. It's not, it's only like under 70 kilometers, I think. Okay, one map that's interesting. The border map. A map in Belgorod region. I like that map. I did, so you know what, it depends what GPU you've got, like how I've got it set up in 4K. It uses around 70% now. I don't use more than 90%. I try to keep it between like 80 and 90. If I'm recording or playing on a heavier kind of a map, I'll try to keep it between that 80 to 90. Because the closer you get to like 95, 96, your recording will start clipping. So you want to make sure that you've got some headroom for the graphics card. How do I not experience burnout? I change the maps a lot. I try to change the trucks. I watch a lot of POVs on YouTube, and I watch a POV and I'm like, you know what? That made me want to drive a bit, and then I record. You know, I get most of my ideas from like real POV drives on YouTube. Then for me, the way, well, when I share my content, there's so much to like showcase that you're just not running out of ideas. Like there's more than enough of maps and roads that you can showcase. So I always just want to share that in my videos, and that kind of keeps me going. I did too. Yeah, 3060 will be a bit less powerful, but to be honest, if you're not recording anything, and your card fluctuates between 90 and 99, then it's not going to cause any problems for you. I wouldn't keep it at 99 all the time, but yeah, no worries, mate. Elliot Perry, 100%. Whenever you play around the camera, it looks better, it looks different. HRT, I'm running the Tobii eye tracker. Kinja, thank you, mate. Dzięki wielkie. You actually speak Polish then? Or you just translated that? Jesteś Polakiem i to starym. Dobrze to słyszeć. Znaczy może nie, że z tym starym, ale że jesteś Polakiem, ty. Tigers, how do I mate? Minimum requirements. Well, there's not really any minimum requirements. I can tell you that some people are running it on a 3060. So I guess anywhere from down there onwards would kind of work. Maybe a 2080 Ti, but then you need to understand that with a 3060 you're most likely playing in 1080p with some adjustments. Ethan Bucket, hi there my mate. And that map is a 1:3 scale map, or 1:2 or 1:3 scale. So it's a it's not a standard scale map. Let me try to get a sip of coffee without breaking the camera now. No, it didn't go that bad. Tigers, you know what? Check if a 2070 might be somewhere around a 3060 levels. Check it with that, because I know that some people running it on a 3060. So if a 2070 is close to a 3060, or if it surpasses it, then you should be able to play that in 1080p. Yeah, no worries, Tigers. Yeah, you can always adjust some settings down, or just try to adjust it. If you're looking at SnowyMoon and you're playing in 1080p, just maybe try to go for DLAA or TAA. DLSS might be too blurry for you. Yeah, DLAA would be the optimal option for you. Just okay, then, mate. What do I think about the moving platform for the simulator? I don't see a reason why not. I mean, it will improve the way you kind of feel it. The only thing I would say, I've seen people do the motion platforms but having the screen not move. I think for me, if I would ever go for motion platform, the screen will have to move with me, because then if you're in a cabin and your body's kind of shifting with the truck, you're not fleeing around from your screen. You're kind of still looking ahead and then seeing what's going on. Yeah, Tigers, no worries, mate. So I think as long as it's, as long as the monitor is on the same platform as the rest of it, it'll probably work good. If you can send them, yeah. Yeah, let me just, guys, I'll be off the chat for a minute. Let me just check the pictures. Yeah, so using narrow roads as well. It's good. Wait, that looks alright. I hope that you keep on going with the map. Tiger, thanks so much, mate. Appreciate you. Yeah, DBUK, it's I know that you're saying that the graphics might not be there. Yeah, but I can see what's up with the map, you know. Elliot Perry, and no, I'm not running any traffic mods. If there's any traffic on the map, it's from the map itself. DBUK, if you'd want to make Slonsk, yeah, because that's where you want to go. Would you be doing any Dolny Slonsk as well, or just Slonsk? Polska is like Kraków and yeah. I mean, I was born in Oława, near Wrocław, so my kind of a area. Yeah, if you can, I know what you mean. As I said, like, I see a lot of pictures from the map editors, like when guys are sending them. I kind of know how it will look with good graphics, just from the layout of it. Maybe the one picture they've sent with the field and the small, I don't know, kapliczka or something like that on the field, it looks good. Oh, that's a nice touch. Yeah, Tiger, no. Mate, there's a couple of instances where the traffic on this map was a bit crazy, you know, so... Just gotta watch out, you know. Yeah, the UK, I just tried to open them up and I nearly crashed my truck, so... I'm gonna have a look at them post live, because I do not want to find myself in a ditch. How many people work in your team now? See, that's not bad. That's already a start, you know. I think that the biggest kind of a mistake, well, not a mistake, sometimes just a limitation of what you can do is starting a one-to-one project by yourself. It's a very hard task, and it's hard to actually get something put together. I even know from the Florida map 1-1 that we've got at the moment with me and Bogdan, there's 4 people working on it, and everyone is doing a certain kind of a part, or they're contributing. It's way different if you're doing everything by yourself. If you made no progress, there's no progress. And hey, if you got like 4 or 5 people, 2 or 3 will still be doing something and the other 2 are busy with something else, you're still making progress on the map. Привет, how you doing, my mate? How's the evening going? Legend Rock plot. You love horses, I know that, Bogdan, it's not stuttering all the time. I forgot to change the output on the stream from when I was recording. That's why. I'm all good, mate. I'm all good. I'm just a Greek. How you doing, my mate? I'm all good, mate. How's the evening? Legend Rock. How do I feel about horses? They run sometimes, and sometimes they do not run. That's a fact. Hey, my reshade works along with SnowyMoon as well. In the packs, if you have a look in Project Ultimate ReShades, we've got 4 different versions of reshades. Each version has its own tone maps for SnowyMoon and settings as well. Yeah, Legend Rock plot. Sometimes the horses run and sometimes they do not. I know that's a crazy statement, but it's true, mate. I'm just a Greek. No, it's a Hungary map. 1-3. Yeah, no worries, mate. Fully understand that. Okay, regarding the install of SnowyMoon, have a look on the tutorial. You'd have to have the 6.50 version of reshade as well. Just have a look in the tutorial I've got on my channel, and you'll know how to set it up with both working. Yeah, thank you, mate. Thank you for coming to the stream. I know that's already late where you are. Legend Rock plot. Yes, I was born in Poland. I've not lived in Poland in a very long time, but yeah. No, the tutorial is on my YouTube. If you're looking at my Patreon, I also got the needed versions in there, but the tutorial itself is on YouTube. Just go back like 10 or 15 videos back and you'll see it there. Yeah, it was around 3 weeks ago. Guys, we're gonna do one more job. Where could we go? Why is it not giving me anything to the south? Well, how long is that? Have we driven this road? No, not yet. Let's check this again. Oh wow. If you've not received the instructions and everything, drop me a message again. I'm gonna resend that. You'll have all the versions they need in there as well, so you should be fine with it. If you buy out the post, I don't actually see it. Well, I see it after some time, and I'm unable to quickly just send the instructions. Well, that's with the monthly subs. The monthly subs appear on it straight away, and then I just send the instructions straight away as well. Bruv, yes, well, if you'd want to use this kind of an effect, then yes. I'm not driving that long to get loaded. Well, actually, it's not that long. Ralph, the monthly sub is $5.99. You can choose to buy the post, but the monthly sub is gonna get you all the content released. It's $5.99, and you get all the content. You do not need a monthly sub. I mean, you can sub when there's a bigger update or something new, but a monthly sub is gonna give you all the content released so far. I'm just a Greek. You can use PNG base roads with light and D, but they'll collide with light and C. And base roads are base and base 2. So those two files are the base roads. If you want to remove base and base 2, you still need to keep your base 0 underneath your maps. Where did I go? Wow, I went somewhere where I shouldn't be going. Let's see how far back I can. Oh wow. My details are starting to disappear. Tigers, I'm using a Magic Alpha steering wheel. Let's see if we can get some sunset going. We're facing the other direction. I wanted to get the pink sky going on, but no, we might be facing it once we get to it. Well, we get to the turn, we should be facing the other direction. In the right direction. I'm just a Greek. I would recommend Romania map 1-1 as my favorite one. Just there's a lot to discover in there. Then check real map 1-to-1 as well. The older parts are not that well made, but the new content that they've released is brilliant. The Central Bohemia map is free on Steam. And to be honest, at the moment, well, real Poland, you've got that, but it's not compatible with 158 map. RPM map, it's a good map as well. I'm not sure if they're working on making it compatible. Well, I guess they are, but they do not have any time frame set. So at the moment, from good 1-to-1 maps, you're left with Romanian map 1-to-1 and Czech real map. Yeah, Tiger, it's a good wheel, you know. I use it for sim racing as well. I've got a sim racing setup with, well, my setup is more of a sim racing setup than a trucking setup. Henrik, how can it look so in real life? I'm using PNG SnowyMoon V2 and Project Ultimate ReShade RealCam preset, so all three just give you those kind of visuals. Henrik, it's no VR, I'm using Tobii eye tracker for my head movement. So you can pan forward, move your head left, right. Yeah, Tiger, it's a good wheel for your first wheel. I mean, when you get your first sim setup, you know, it's probably the entry level stuff. So, and that kind of a Logitech will work fine for ETS2 and ATS and some farming simulator. Henrik, that is a Hungary map available on the SCS forum. Quite an old map, to be honest. It's been around for 8 or 9 years now, but with the graphics enhancements, it comes alive. It really does. No, not Pro Mods, it's just the, it's a separate module map. I'm just a Greek, I'm glad to hear that, mate. Alan, popular gamer, I'm using the RTX 5080, mate. Venom, how you doing, my mate? No, I'm using Toby eye tracker, not VR. Bogdan, what's so funny to you, mate? I'm gonna take your keyboard away, Bogdan. PC specs, I'm using 32 gigabytes of RAM, along with Ryzen 7 5800 X3D and the RTX 5080. Playing VR? How is it? You liking VR? Gloover, how you doing, my mate? How's the evening going? Can't play on the 2D monitor. Well, I can understand that. Alan, popular gamer, yeah, that's the Hungary map. How big the map is? It's in 1:3 scale. You can pause the stream and just have a look. This bit took us around, I don't know, 30 minutes. So you can just kind of see how it relates. ETS2 is a cool map. 100%. Danny, how you doing, my mate? Man, I was thinking about you. I was like, yeah, Danny would love to see that. Look, because you're always hoping for a sunset drive, so it's something for you then. Danny, how does that look? Because you're an expert at the sunset drives. Practicing drifting on a set of course, I mean, that's great. Ah, the camera is locked. Yeah, I thought that I'm gonna... The camera was locking on the bridge, because I can get the camera to point out very far. So it was locking at the bridge. Guys, we got to the end of our route. Gonna be ending the live stream today. I've done some runs on the Hungary Map 1-3 scale. That map is available on the SCS forum if anyone would like to try it out. Guys, I'd like to thank you all for your attendance today, for leaving the comment, for leaving a like, for interacting in any kind of a way. I hope that you're all having a good evening and that you have a good night, or good morning wherever you are in the world. Guys, thanks so much, and I'm gonna see you in the next one.